Jay here from I Wander UK, day 37 of the Southwest Coastal Bath Challenge. As you can probably tell, I'm still in bed, still in the tent. It's just gone 6 in the morning. It's been raining all night and it's been that gusty wind where it seems to snatch the tent. I'm only a couple of miles from Cornwall, which is where I need to get the ferry. So the situation I've got is I couldn't get up and pack the tent up earlier while I was awake anyway and sort of get going or seek other shelter because I've got to wait for the ferry anyway. So it's 6 o'clock now. I'm going to get up, perhaps make a cup of tea, pack away as best as I can, get to Cornwall, walk through Plymouth, get the another ferry, and then I'm aiming for Wembury today, somewhere like Wembury. I think I've got about 14-15 miles, but we'll see how we get on. Not sure if I was saying the wind was snatching at the tent last night from about 1-2 o'clock onwards. You know, when it's trying to wake you up, like your mum trying to pull you out of bed, and then it was raining. That's the way it is, isn't it? But I was waiting, I packed up everything inside the tent and was trying to wait for a little bit of a lull. I managed about 2 minutes where it stopped raining, jumped out, give the tent a quick shake and put it away, but it's wet. And as you can probably tell, I'm having to resort to the poncho. Oh, look like the hunchback and knocks it down, don't I? But I think, like I said, I've got about 2 miles, maybe, a bit less, to Cornwall, to get the ferry across to Plymouth. And I'm going to walk down the Hoe, and I think it's the Mayflower, and I'm going to catch that other ferry back over to Mountbatten, I think it is, and then from there onwards to Wembury. So let's hope it doesn't rain on us all day. Quite a pleasant little start, just walking through this woodlands on this dirt and gravel track, quite wide. See how we get on today. Actually sheltered in here as well from the rain and the wind. As you come through the woods on the way to Cornwall, there's a diversion for a landslide and it comes out and you need to zigzag back down, but obviously you need to keep the blue stuff on the right hand side, and we're back on track again. Keep getting a quick flash through the trees of Drake's Island. I'm sure we'll get a better view later, but yeah, centre of screen there. I know, rubbish shot. I was literally just wondering where I camped last night. I didn't want to go much further, but I had a couple of places pinned out that I've researched before I left, same as I've done with the others, where I thought I could get for the night. But the problem is, when I first started this, at 4 o'clock I was looking for somewhere to pitch, and 4:30, 4:45 it was dark, so I could stealth it away. But now it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock before it's dark, so you can't be sitting around, especially if it's raining, waiting to pitch up. So I'm glad I made the decision. There's a couple of mile walk, but a couple of miles short added on to the day, but there you go. Yeah, this is definitely one of them. Down here I thought be a little cheeky stealth camp just around the corner from this. Yeah. Be one of the up class for a change. Where we're going, I assume the ferry's round the next corner. We're going over there somewhere. Sorry, I don't really know this. I guess that's Plymouth. No, it will be Plymouth. I know that's Drake's Island coming up there, top right screen now, and then over there and further on down is Wembury, where I'll be heading today. When I first saw this, I thought, nuts, I could have slept in that last night, but it's not deep enough. You could just about sit in it, get out of the rain, but that's a shame, isn't it? That would be amazing. Follies or open shelters where you don't have to put your tent up for the night. Cool. Two things. ferry. Second thing, how far it is, I have to walk before I get to the ferry point. Very, very similar to my backyard. I think I've only got two statues in mine. Can't remember. You know, I just passed the orangery. I have one of those, but I don't really like oranges that much, so got rid of it. You see the boat on the other end, not this one centre of the screen, but the one tucked at the other end of there. It's just like mine. Apologies for lack of footage, but it has been hoying down with rain. That's where I was, over there. Around that headland round there. Caught the little ferry, dropped me off around the corner there. I've just had to meander through streets and stuff to get to Plymouth, but bless him, he'd actually pulled out, turned around and come back for me. Well, not turn around, reversed back in again for me, so bless him. Scooched down the side of that, which looks like a prison. I'm not sure what it is. I need to look that up. So let's have a look down the Hoe of Plymouth. Instead of following the road, which I think is the Hoe, I've just come upstairs and had a look because it looked a bit more exciting. Just having a quick look round at the statues and stuff, but I'll show you. I've just been talking to a local that I just need to drop round into this next harbour to catch a ferry over to that point there, and then onwards and onwards. Just round its course and it kicks out. That's where I walked round this morning. Drake's Island, Plymouth, along the Hoe, and then ferry over to Mountbatten. Then walking up here onwards to Jenny Cliff. Up through Jenny Cliff. There's a traditional style cafe. I recommend stop it in. Just had a breakfast in there. Come up the hill from there, and then you're following a little contour path through this woodlands. You can see the sea down below, but there's really not much to see today. I keep thinking it's a lens or something that's got something over it, but it is. It's just the sky. It's so grey. And the air's cold and blowing today. Stopped raining long enough that I managed to get my poncho off just because I overheat with it on, but the air and the wind is really cold today. It's not bad because as long as you keep going you keep your body warm up, but as soon as you stop you can feel it drop. It's weird because I was just wandering in my head thinking, literally just over 2 weeks ago on the 23rd I was strolling down from Mousehole down to Penzance eating an ice cream with a t-shirt and a pair of shorts on. And today, it's you can feel the air sucking the heat out of your body the moment you stop. And then when it's not the wind, it's the rain trying to get in every little bit. But that's just the weather, isn't it? It is April after all. The sun's just literally popped its head out over Plymouth. You can see a lot more detail in Plymouth. I'll try and zoom in a little bit. Drake's Island. And the Hoe, all the way around to Mountbatten. Like I said, it's a sprawling, huge city. But just thinking about the difference between normally you're out in the middle of nowhere and the other people you see are walkers. And so it's very similar kin. They might have slightly smaller rucksacks, but they're out there doing the same thing as you. When you come into urban land, it didn't even occur to me. I've got that used to how I look, and I frankly don't care. I'm really comfortable with it now, that it actually worked the other way around. It worked in a good way. I got on the ferry this morning, the first ferry this morning from Cornwall, and there was a woman. She got to the stage where she came out from inside the cabin and sat on the back seats, which were open air and wet, and basically approached me. You know, when you get those instances in life when you get that contact with another human being, you're thinking, do they want to say something? And I'm never sure how to, I don't know, ask them, do they want to ask me a question, because it always seems slightly aggressive or too forward. But she just said, oh, are you walking? And then I just started telling her a bit about the story, and then when we got off the ferry the other end, she walked with me for a few minutes, listening to the story, fascinated. It's just one of those, so instead of sounding like an odd bod, that's actually a good thing. There's nothing wrong with being odd. Just occurred to me, just remember there was, as I was walking down the Hoe as well, like I said, I didn't even think about how I dressed or how I looked, and a woman followed me for a little while. I saw her, you know, when somebody engages you and you know they're looking at you, and I thought, oh, she just thinks I'm weird, but followed me, caught up with me, and then asked me, am I doing the coastal path? And when I said I was, showed great interest, and she was explaining in detail how she loved this walk around to Wembury. Oh my word. I'll show the view in a second. And she'd done it literally hundreds of times, but ill health now, she just walks to the Hoe, down from one end of the Hoe and back every day, and seemed really sad about it, but it was nice to meet her too. Literally just walked around the corner. This is the next outlook. The unfortunate thing is, it looks lovely. There's a bit of blue sky up there, but that's where the weather's gone. This is where the weather's coming from behind, and you can see that's following me and catching me up quick. It might be poncho time again. This will be a first for a look at Bovy Sand. I want to say B-O-V-I, Bovy Sand. I can't think of another way to pronounce it. You see there's a bit of blue sky up there. Let's hope it breaks. I need to dry my tent out. Tell me, that would be a good place just to do a bit of stealth camping overnight. Clear it up a little bit. Mat on the floor, you'd be fine. Just in this car park looking over Bovisand. Sun's popped his head out. People will be thinking, why has he got a wind cheater on? It's lying all along, it's warm. He's just got a pair of shorts eating ice creams. It just occurred to me, there's another defence position in this hill that I've just gone round. And I was never very good at history, but me and my history teacher had a mutual understanding. We both just disliked each other. So I never really learnt much in history, unfortunately. And as I've got older, I've started taking more of an interest in it, but I haven't got the basic foundations of, a timeline through history, if you like. But those defences was 100 years before I was born. You think 100 years, that's before the 2 world wars. There was some serious stuff going down to actually build all these forts. I think, was it the French or the Spanish? I'm not sure. I know the Spanish Armada came in, but I mean, there must have been some serious time and money spent on that. They obviously took it as a proper threat. Perhaps have to look up on this and learn a bit more in history. I always said I would. Maybe now's the time. There's just the tip of what I'm talking about. Another one of those forts sticking out on this headland. What I was just talking about. Oh, the wind. A little cove at Bovisand. You can tell the wind still looks threatening over there actually. I'm contemplating spending 5 minutes and getting into the chalets, I guess. Sorry about the speed. Down to the end of here. Now that's looking like me, the award winner of the best finger post on the coastal path. I'm going to get close and have a look. Literally having poncho on 10-15 minutes, walking past that little mobile chalet place, I can think, round from Bovisand, and look how the lights actually just about make up that navy ship out there. You can only just see a bit of headland on the other side now, and it's going to be hitting me any second. 10 minutes later, I've still got the poncho on because the air's really cold. But it's odd, the sun's trying to break through on one side, and then the storm keeps coming from the other side. Well, the storm, whatever it is, the rain clouds. I'll show you it now, literally less than 10 minutes after last time I went away. Clearing again, obviously only for a little while because the next one's coming in. Literally went down, visibility was like crazy, reduced right down. Now it's clearing now as I talk. Great little stealth camping spot, almost level. Yeah, they did get a level bit on that. Nice trees, but you couldn't do it with any way of the winds coming off the sea. Any direction, you'd have to guarantee there's absolutely no wind, but pretty good views all round. First view of I think it's Crab Rock. It's amazing the difference on what's in front of me. There's actually blue sky up there compared to what's chasing behind me. whether the wind gets any stronger. Let's see. As soon as the wind dies down a little, I can feel the heat building up inside the poncho, but look at that sky behind me. That's not where I'm going. I'll show you where the cloud is coming from. That's which direction it's coming from, so that's coming straight at me now. Traffic jam, there's too much temptation on either side of the path. Yeah, do wait there and I'll come past it. There you go. With one, make your mind up. Which way you go? You going across? Okay. Feel the air temperature drop, and look, you can't see a thing again. And it stopped again for a couple of seconds. Looks nice out there. It just seems to be hitting the land all the time. You can see it over here. Oh, cross centre screen now, I think it's Wembury Beach. I'm at Wembury Point at the moment, looking at a crab rock, and I think that would be the river or the estuary. Centre screen now that I need to be crossing, catching the ferry tomorrow morning, I think. The wind's still strong, but it does seem to be dispersing. It'd be great if these rain clouds finish this afternoon before I have to pitch up tonight. No live in hope. If you're in no rush to get to Wembury Point, there's plenty of places out there. I've literally just come round Wembury, sorry, not beach. I'm in no rush to get to Wembury Beach, but I've literally come round the corner from Ferry, and that's and there's loads of places you can tuck your safe around here. All nice and flat. In fact, I'm thinking of it now. Need to be that close to the ferry. I'm not sure what time the ferries are. The ferry's not till 10. Oh, only give me a couple of hours in the morning, I think. It's about 1.5 to Wembury, something like that. And I need to be about another 1.5 after this, so maybe 3 miles. I need to check that because there's not disturbing it. About a mile from Wembury Beach, and where I was going to pitch is about another mile and a half up past there to catch the ferry first thing tomorrow morning. But this seems like an ideal spot. The only problem is I've only got 1 litre of water, and I just realised the insanity. I've sat here for the last 10 minutes with it raining on me. The poncho's not quite soaked out, but it's getting there. Sitting on my rucksack, waiting for the rain to dry so I can put my tent up. Is that normal? I don't think anybody else would think that's normal, would they? But I'm trying to keep my rucksack and everything in it as dry as possible. As soon as there's a bit of a gap in the rain, I'll chuck the tent up and hopefully it'll stay dry tonight. But it's early, so the only concern I have is the litre of water. That's like a cup of tea in the morning and perhaps a drink tonight, but that's it. That's not much. It's early in the days, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just sitting here. Oh, the sun's breaking through now. It might be a good time. Sitting like a gnome with a poncho on in the corner of a field on my rucksack. That's not normal, is it? That's my normal.